Hello there, lovely people. This is Lungu, and you're listening to Ubuntu FM. For this is the day that the Lord has made.
Hello and welcome to the show Pretty High School Girl. I'm your host Mercy Chanika, and of course we're going to have this show every weekend. Yes, I'm not alone in the studio. I'm joined by the beautiful Praise Mercy. Can you please explain? Like you are this beautiful. I'm talking about beauty here.
I'm pretty. I'm paying, guys.
She's a paid queen, and of course we have a gentleman in the house. Yo. A gentleman.
A gentleman.
Yes, for today I'm going to call you a gentleman. Come on.
Great indeed. Great. Great to be part of this show.
The man is Tweet Lulu. Right, like I said earlier, the show is Pretty High School Girl. It comes every weekend, and me, your host, I'll make sure to package every nice thing that you want to be hearing about high school girls and everything you want to, hear about them. So today the topic is high school dating, guys. Is it even legal for a girl to date in high school?
In Zambia. In Zambia, whether it's illegal, the teenagers will still do it. As simple as that.
Okay, like
they even like illegal stuff now. Let's talk about drugs, guys. People are doing drugs. You are telling me that they want to do dating? They will do it.
Okay, but seriously, in high school, most of the times you're just like 13 or 14. Is it even like, okay, honestly speaking, that you are 13 and then you have a boyfriend? And they take him where? Honestly speaking,
you know, don't even say, okay, before you even answer the question, it's legal, illegal. It's a issue of feelings, eh?
For real. Okay. You have feelings, but then, okay, I don't feel it's
so it's
right.
like you have feelings, but what happens?
Why
do you want to date? Why do you want to? I don't know. Maybe most of the people, I don't really know the reason why at 13 a person should.
Maybe we must start
like
from the points where we talk about infatuation. Does infatuation do with age? Because it all starts from
even liking someone doesn't deal with age.
Okay, yes, that I understand, but the aspect of you actually engaging in a relationship, that is, and then you're like 13 or 14 or 15, maybe 16, maybe. Like it's a huge baby. I don't know, maybe I'll be a harsh parent somewhere. But with me, I feel like you're just way too young to be.
Then again, you can say you'll be a harsh parent, but you will not know the moment that your daughter will.
I'll go security camera or something.
Oh my god.
But guys, when these things will happen, okay, let me just pick my side. The question I've asked, is it legal or not? The thing is, when puberty kicks, so many things that will happen, and opportunities do present us differently. It's an opportunity to date, it's an opportunity to be in love, to feel appreciated, to feel someone tell you like I love you, they care for you, they give you whatever they want and stuff. But the aspect of legalness comes in at the person you're dating, the age, and also what you're doing in that relationship.
But then what if you're both in high school and then the guy is that's, let's say, 15 and you're 14?
15, 14.
Like he said, the perspective of how he's put it. He has said it follows the age and the thing that you're doing. Okay. You can both be in high school, but what are you guys doing?
Okay.
That's the thing there. So there's
what are you doing?
What
you're not touching
the things that we're talking about. Okay, dating because feelings, those are the things that we cannot control no matter what happens.
Okay.
You can't do anything if you like someone. So whether they consider it legal, I don't know. But this thing is supposed to be legal somehow. Okay. So that, but they sit on people's rights sometimes.
Which right? Which right?
Okay, a child is trying to express it.
The butterflies.
I love you so much, but then these are not butterflies I'm feeling. They're actually one of these dragons flying in my store. I really laughed. Like it was a proposal of some sort. Now the guy was feeling dragons. Okay, but honestly speaking, I feel like a relationship involves a lot of maturity in terms of how you manage those emotions and whatnot. Yes, it is. You can't control emotions. That one I do acknowledge. When love comes, it comes, but that engaging in a partnership with someone when you're just young, I feel like you're putting yourself up to something which is like your emotions are going to, you're both young, you don't even know how to take care of yourself. there are a lot of people most especially from high school, who are very depressed due to the same relationships that they are in.
Peer pressure, and you just want to try out how does it feel, because I'm feeling these things moving in my body and the like. So speaking of what it depends on what you do, it means that you look at your age, you look at what you're focusing on. Because I realized I think the time I was dating, it was in grade 9 when I tried. When I tried, so I realized
Did it turn out good?
guys, I'm just starting with the explanation.
Okay.
So it was a thing whereby you're kids and you're like you just we used to hang around as a group.
Okay.
So 2 guys were dating, so I was one girl in dating, huh?
The pressure.
So they were like, but so when I'm running these days, you're not serious with life. Try it out. So I had to look out for the hottest chick in town.
Okay.
I was at the grade 9, guys.
This is
oh
the
my
spotlight,
goodness.
to be honest.
Yeah, man. So I was like, shots had to hit. All the courage. Oh my goodness.
Did it work?
Then it did not work, but this is just
Thank you so much for telling me I didn't work.
But the pressure, do this, do that. We'll talk about the doing part on the other part, on the other side.
All right. All right, don't forget the name of the show. It's Pretty High School Girl. Yeah, so up next, stay with us. We're going to talk about the girl is like in the name. It's Pretty High School Girl. So we're going to talk about the girl and the dangers or the delights that are in them dating when they're in high school. Stay with us. This is Utuntu FM. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Utuntu FM, or you can actually call it UFM. We love it to keep it fancy like that. I'm your host, Mercy Chanika, and of course, like I said in the preamble, I'm with the beautiful Praise Ngulube. You gotta see her, you gotta check her out. You gotta check her out. Like,
Litz
yo,
Manana.
Litz Manana. Guys. Guys.
Okay, guys, you're being extra now.
We have stopped. Anyway, guys, like for a girl now, talking about a female. Like, this is a girl who is like maybe raised to 16, and then she has this crush on this very, very hot teacher. Like a teacher.
Wow.
So what do you do? Like, what do you do as a girl? Like, then in class, and then you see this girl that you maybe you even like her or something, and then she starts to fall in love with the teacher. Is it how do you view it before we actually even go deep into it? Like,
Mr. Sir, Mr. Sir, and handsome, everything. Okay, it's it all comes with ethics. On the general perspective, at the end of the day, it all comes with ethics that you learn as an individual in your profession. Because you might have feelings, you might have but you are building up a generation of leaders. So the moment you create a system whereby you start dating that girl who is maybe has got a crush on you, and maybe you sort of develop interest for that.
So with you, it's about the teacher now.
It's about the teacher. Okay. I'm not going to the girl yet.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm picturing that to be a guy.
Yeah,
in this case, yeah. So if it's a teacher, he must be able to realize that he's building a generation of leaders. Mm-hmm. So if we're going to build a generation whereby we're going to fall for people who are leading us to become better people in society, and we're going to fail.
Okay.
Someone who is teaching you, what are you going to learn from them? That's what they're doing. They're also catching feelings.
They're actually having interest in you.
Yeah, because when you're in school, you're a child, no matter what.
Okay.
You're still a child. These are my children now when I'm teaching. So,
actually, these are the same guys who were saying, no, their emotions. You're growing up. It's puberty. Like, defend yourself.
It was different. It was
okay.
Don't attack me.
Okay.
Don't come at me, guys.
Sure, guys.
It was different in the sense that at first when we started talking about it, it was like, the feelings, the type of dating that's between two teenage people. Okay. You understand? But this time, there is someone who's maybe 30 something.
Okay.
And you're just 16. What can you do about that as a girl? You see, there are a lot of things that I want. Teenage stage is very bad because we want to experiment. We want to do this and that. We want to do whatever comes in. But even if it's the other way around, even if I as a girl, I like the teacher and whatnot, he's supposed to like tame himself. He's supposed to say, no, she's too young for me. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do that. She's got a future. But in this generation, the teachers don't even care. Let me just say the truth. They don't. Provided you went told him you like him, he likes you too.
Why is it because you give them the numbers? Because again, it's about the conversation beyond class. Come to the staff room. Sir, I've got a question. I think you should just come to the staff room.
That thing of simulator.
The simulator part, also the staff room. Let me put it in this I don't know. I've never been to a government school. I can't lie. I was at a Catholic school. The staff room, there's nothing that... the staff room that I saw, I grew up with, wasn't like each teacher's got an office. No. If a teacher tells me to go to the staff room, I will find about 15 teachers in there. You see?
So meaning for a teacher to actually have some interest in you or call you, they have to like go beyond the school premises and the like.
My point. Wow. Exactly. If it's not that, there are some teachers who will always be our neighbors for us who grew up in
So did it happen like at the Catholic school? Did you have
teachers wanting...
Yes, despite being a church school.
It's always everywhere. It's everywhere. That's the thing.
Does you come at my teaching compound? Why?
Okay, the good part about that school, it's more like a community school. It's small. So there's no teacher's compound, there's no what. The only place you can meet secretly is the head of department's office. You understand? Because those are just...
when they're given you a CP?
Yes, that's when you're going to meet. Private. But now there are alternatives. Whether you like it or not, there are alternatives. There are alternatives of you meeting outside the school because it's not a boarding school, no? So you have all the rights. You will meet on weekends. So most of the time, the reason why you find that a student is dating a teacher is because they get too familiar with each other. You understand? Okay. So they should create that type of the boundary should be there to state, to say, I am a teacher, you're a student. The only thing you can talk to me about is school-related stuff. That's all.
So the problem is always with the teacher,
most of the time.
Okay.
The teacher is an adult. I think he has done psychology. He has done psychology in his studies, so he must be able to understand how kids behave.
Okay, exactly. On that point again, we have the reality check from a post I saw on Facebook. Here's a 16-year-old girl. She says, here is a post, I'm 16 years old, a girl. I don't think my mindset is like that of other children my age. I've got elderly personality. I don't know what that is, but she says she has elderly personality. I have a huge crush on my teacher. I've never had a crush on anyone of my teachers before, but this one, there's that word here. I don't think anyone would understand what I'm feeling. I hunted for his number until I got it, and then I decided to text him, and then I ended up telling him that I feel what I feel for him, and he said he doesn't think it's a good idea for me to date a teacher and everything. But we met, talked at the end, and he even gave me a hug and a kiss. That happened. She's 16, and I swear I'm obsessed with this guy. I continue talking to him, and I honestly think he rejected me, and I was broken. I got anxiety. I feel like having depression. I don't want to let him go. And he said I mustn't worry, and the feelings will fade away. But then he got 1 minute for me, and then we talked. And the next time I was sad. He told me some of his personal stuff before. The time we started talking, pulling my hair at school, beating me in a good way. There's a good way in which you beat someone, like in a teasing way. And we maintain eye contact, a lot of prolonged contact, and he sometimes smiles at me when we're around. Somehow I feel like he likes me too, but he just doesn't want to show it. And then earlier this week, I asked him about his daughter, and he said he's happy, and it's amazing how I'm fond of his child as well. Like, we ended, the text is quite long. So from this reality check that we are having right now, this girl actually likes the teacher. She approaches the teacher, and the teacher says no, but in a kind of yes kind of manner. How do we... What's the borderline there?
The teacher is doing a good and a bad thing at the same time. The good thing is that he has accepted to say, I can't date this girl because she's too young for me. But the bad thing is that why is he being all sweet and nice? But why?
He has a child.
And she's just 16.
And she's ready to be a stepmom. She'll be like, I'm so fond.
She's one of the best. She's ready.
Which stepmom? 16 is still a juvenile. Still a baby.
So are you wanting to be a stepmom?
A stepmom. Like, it's so bad I didn't want to continue reading the story, but here's reality.
From the reality check that you've given us, right?
Yeah.
I can say the man did a good job saying, no, we shouldn't do this. What? But he wasn't supposed to be sweet towards her. If he wants that girl, the girl's feeling to fade, he should even be beating her very much. Not in a teasing way.
I want to understand the part why he says like, how does teasing become so nice? Like beating becomes so nice.
She put it in a nice. She said,
pulling my hair, teasing me, eye contact.
There's even eye contact there. You think the feelings will fade?
They won't.
They won't. Even if it's just infatuation that's there, the feelings won't fade because he's being nice towards her. The same way when someone likes you, I remember growing up, our parents would tell us, don't play with boys. Boys are bad. So when a boy approaches you, you be violent like that, aggressive, right? That's the same way he's supposed to behave for that person to stop doing that. Because immediately you are violent with a guy, he will never come back the second time when we are growing up. But Apamaja, I don't know what we ate during the period. Even if you insult the person, he'll still come back.
He'll still come back. Like, it's so crazy, and I can't believe that a 16-year-old has the... When I was 16, I used to be this, I don't know, nervous,
the household
timid.
We're in
16, I was only eating food in school.
Exactly. Like, where did she get the courage to go and approach, like, to say, okay, I like you in that way? Like, wow, she has a lot of courage. Like,
that's why, for the first point, she said, I am 16, but I have got
a mindset of an adult. Like, I'm beyond my age.
The issue of ladies
maturing fast.
Yeah, maturing fast and the like. But again,
but I concur with what you've said. The household and the upbringing of someone would definitely trigger what happens in the head sometimes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. Speaking about upbringing and everything, do you feel like this spike in how young ladies in school end up in relationships, bad relationships for that matter, do you think it has to do with upbringing? What is it that you feel like parents are doing wrong? What should they do? There's a lot of technology going around
absence for parenting, because our parents these days are way too busy to sit down with us and begin to talk to us on certain issues that are very important. The only time you find you have humble time to speak with parents when you're eating. And nowadays we no longer eat like they all used to have. You wait for the oldest person in the house to finish washing their hands, and then it comes to nowadays like, no, I'm busy, I'm writing an assignment,
I'll eat later.
Or you just stand up and leave. Wash your hands from the kitchen. Just as simple as that.
So
like the way he has said it, you've heard. Parents need to communicate, need to talk to their kids. There are some busy parents who are always absent. You'll find that they won't even know that there was this day that you hate yourself. They will just be surprised to say,
you have a bruise.
You a parent.
Because
we have to change our parenting system.
When your body's changing shape, you'll be like,
Yes. Nowadays they just look at you. Life goes
what
on.
Are you eating?
They are different. But again, it's not like everyone is always busy, always doesn't have time for the children and whatnot. I can give a good example. My mother is always there for me. Even in stupid stuff, she will be there. She'll tell me that, don't do that. You understand?
So for this rampant dating, which is like very bad at a very young age, we're putting the blame on parents.
But to some extent, as you grow up, you realize that yours is your excuses who expire. Because of the time now you stand on your own. We learn how to walk, we learn how to talk. To some extent, we should learn to become independent on ourselves.
On that note, we're going to go on another short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about how technology increased the rate at which teenagers in high school engage in dating and relationships. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Utuntu FM. We have been joined by another amazing speaker right here. Boys, girls, brace yourself. This is Daniel Daka. I like to call him Danny D. We have to hear from you, Danny. How has life been for you?
Life has been okay.
All right.
What about you, Mercy?
Life has been great. The Lord is faithful. So thank you so much for joining us. Like I promised earlier on, we're now looking at how technology has contributed in fueling you get the relationships in high school. So we're going to hear from Tweed. What do you got to say about that?
Well, technology. Technology is a big issue. I don't know how we do blame a simple tool which Mark Mark, the guy on Facebook, just made a simple tool for us to be communicating. I haven't finished.
Oh, I want to touch you
the selfie lifestyle which we have. I think, especially in Africa, we misuse it. Facebook, Instagram, name all those platforms that are used to communicate were meant for communication purposes. I think in Zambia now we're just using it for the sake of whatever is trending, because someone is dating this one, want to do it. Guys,
I wanted to jump in when he said innocent. Wait, Facebook innocent is actually
innocent too, guys. Innocent too.
Okay, but the word too, I love it.
I think to others, I think the day Facebook was shut down, maybe it affected some relationships, some boarding schools.
Yeah,
I'm sure it affected some relationships.
It's the way it's contributing to these relationships. It's a way of communication, you understand?
Okay.
And from growing up, we've had for a relationship to be stable.
Well, the time we were in school, then our class teacher was so cute. So one of my friends, one of my friends was like, "Wait, now I'm on Facebook, what damn?" We are so excited. So I'm thinking of this, like, okay, what if I've got those teachers who like hooking up their pupils using Facebook,
to be precise.
Like, hi, Mr. So, but don't call me sir here. It's just call me friend.
Don't call me sir.
Call me
For formality's sake, this is Facebook. We're just friends. Friends.
Yeah, so
forget about the homework I gave you. Let's just talk. Huh?
The moment your boss says, call me by my name, we shall go on, young lady.
Call me by my name. Oh, wait.
All right. So Facebook apparently is innocent, but yeah, him saying it's a tool, I think it being a tool, you can use it either for a good thing or for a bad thing. And then, on that one, I'm gonna have to agree with Tweets to say Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, name it. It's just a tool for communication, and you can actually communicate positively or negatively using the same platforms. So yeah, Daniel, Daka.
like Facebook it's not just a simple tool. Okay, it is more than that. You understand? So,
okay.
But I can say some other people use it for the positive like reasons, others for the negative side. But I think what we see often is that it's used for the negative energy. Okay, because even dating, like, you know, it's not only for communication, quite right, but also it influences people. Okay, because of what you see, like every day you're on Facebook, whatever you see, automatically you want to jump on as well.
You're seeing your friends posting with their guys and everything.
Together since shine.
But bro, I've seen a situation whereby parents would advise them. I've got a friend.
Yeah.
Her parents advised her not to be on Facebook until she completed her grade 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when she had an opportunity to have a phone in grade 11, that's when she started dating and she messed up other things. So don't you think parents restricting their children not to have phones until maybe they complete grade 12 would help them not to be in these relationships anyhow?
Yeah.
Because maybe those who are raised in a closed home, they might not be taken advantage of because they're not online.
Yes, you know, sometimes, you know, we're supposed to face the fact, because it is the responsibility of a parent, okay, rather, or a guardian, to make sure that maybe the child they're keeping at home, or that child, what right, is brought up in a manner where, you know, they don't indulge themselves into these issues of relationship, you know, to be a future. Understand? So sometimes if they say you're not supposed to have a phone until maybe you're done with grade 12, I think it's a great thing. Okay, because me I have my younger sisters. Okay, all they want is phones. I want a phone. But Isova's mom says no until you are done.
I beg to differ on that one. I want to dissent, because okay, the times they were growing, you'd be like, no, in 19 something we never used to see a girl 16 and with a pregnancy. That's because their generation didn't really have a tech innovation. Now this is the
what
now
you said tech innovation. Do you mean morning after?
No. Can Tweet please stop attacking me? No. Like, they are living. Okay, guys, you have to face it. Technology is improving almost every day.
But how
then-
we use it is what's important. How we use it.
Yes, how
do
is
we
it is
use
important.
Yeah,
Like,
just
I wanted to differ on that one to
Just
say.
to take you back a bit, you said,
Let me finish my point first.
okay,
Let me finish
sure.
my point first, because you are saying no, you don't give them a phone until they complete school and whatnot. But we need phones for communication. Like, you get assignments, you get homeworks, you have to check on Google somehow.
You know, if you are a child, okay, you're not responsible enough
Okay.
for certain actions. Okay, so that's where now the issue of monitoring is supposed to come in.
Yeah.
Okay, look, you as an adult, you're able to know what's good and bad for you.
Yeah.
Okay, whether the guy who's proposing to you, you're supposed to accept or not,
Okay.
because you're able to reason enough. But if you're a child, you have no experience. Okay, so it's better the people who have been there before us.
Okay.
They tell us, no, listen, do A, B, C, D. Okay, because they have seen, they have been there.
Okay.
But you, this is like it's your baby. You're taking baby step, and you want to be everywhere. Okay, so that's why you mess it up. Palast uzapeza katu ina mimba.
No, I mean,
So,
just like the way you said it, restrictions sometimes you can say they are on a good part, but sometimes they are very much
Yeah,
to the point that
they create a misrepresentation.
the child can even start doing other things because they are being restricted to do whatever they want. In 10, you find that the person is pregnant. Like an example that my mom always gives, you're supposed to give the child some freedom, some form of freedom,
Yeah.
some freedom, so that they
Some.
should
That's the
explore
word, yeah.
at least and see some things out there for themselves.
Okay.
The example that you always give is that there was a girl the father used to take her to school every time.
Okay.
Take her to school, back. Take her to school, back. Catch what she used to do, that girl, was immediately she arrives there, she will leave school, go see a guy.
Yeah.
wow.
She got pregnant. Then she was asked, who's responsible? My dad.
Wow. She literally
What do
said
you,
that.
yes, what do you mean by that? Well, I won't point at anyone. It's always him taking me to school and bringing me back. So where do I go? I go nowhere. So it's him.
Wow.
It's crazy.
We got very high school girls
It's
with
him.
attitude.
And you
or
see,
something.
the mother won't reason with the child saying, no, it's because of this and that. The mother will instantly think, okay, the dad is the one who did this. Even the people that will hear will think it's the dad who did that.
because-
Because that child was being restricted to doing things that they at least want. Growing up in an environment where you're yes, there are some things that our parents will tell us never to do. You
And we still
understand?
do them.
But we'll still do them.
Yeah.
But as you are doing it, you will be thinking that, but talking about chikatapa, tafia wame. You
But you know,
understand?
there's a thing that's what, but when you're too smart and you're too cute, your parents will be like, Praise Ngulube, Saripo.
Yeah, that happens, okay. But you know, sometimes the problem that parents do sometimes, okay, you're supposed to protect the child from the environment, okay, or from this world, this new world, okay. But the level or the extent that you reach as a parent to protect your child is also important, because if you overprotect the child, the day they will have like an opportunity,
They will mess
it is
up.
a day they want to do everything, they will explore.
Wow.
Okay, so sometimes I think being sincere and truthful with the children it's also important. Okay, you have to tell them, listen, there's sex, because sex is there.
Yeah.
Talk to your children about sex.
For real.
There's dating is there. Okay, talk to your children about dating. Don't. It's our Africa in a problem, nice. You know, sometimes let's be realistic.
They give it
Because
other names.
No
They
matter
don't
how
give it their
much,
name.
Pretend too much.
no, you know, no matter how much you say you don't talk to children about sex, right? We still have sex.
There's something
Okay,
of which
if-
they call it a different name. They're like, if when you meet him, so if I just meet him, man, I'll get. I didn't really know. That's what the word his mom used to use at some
There'll
point.
be an inflammation.
It's crazy. You know, I remember one point. I remember one point. Mom told me, you know what? You know what? I don't want you to impregnate. Okay. Me, what I want is a wedding. Mom told me that.
Wow,
So
okay.
I was like, oh, my mom told me this. Like, so it's not like
How old are
she
you, man?
knows.
Well, she knows.
I'm old enough. Come on.
How old were you by then?
By then, about maybe 3 years ago.
Okay.
So she knows.
Okay, let's just assume that was 3 years ago, but you're old enough.
Yes, but she knows.
For quality
Okay, she knows
purposes.
that the sex is there, and there is a possibility of me to participate. Okay, because sex is there. You can never run away from sex. So she knows that. Okay, we saw as my son. There's a possibility that he's doing that, but I have to tell him on how to go about it. So instead of me to impregnate, it's better I chill maybe perhaps if I were to indulge myself into that, maybe I use protection and so on and so forth. But what's important was to make sure to marry in a right way.
Yeah, speaking about marrying in a right way again, you realize that schools that are in rural setups, right? You find that those people are so poor, but a parent who's not educated, not well enlightened about life, about development, they might force or maybe mentor their child in a way that, okay, when you see a teacher living in a teacher's compound within your school, and that person is single, you must be cooking for them. There's those stories that are happening in this area, such that they think marrying the right to maybe.
I think I get to it. I think like in order to escape the poverty that they're going through, they are actually advising their young girls to take advantage of the teachers that are there. Then I feel like this is where the issue of one, integrity, and two, like, it's not just about the money, it's about the values you instill in that girl. Because basically, even if you're trying to do that, you don't really know for sure that the guy is not necessarily married. What if he's engaged somewhere? What if she gets sick from the same man? Because obviously you are presenting yourself there, and the guy will obviously want to have sex with you and whatnot. So I feel like that one, parents should really, really, really take time to tell the right things, not just because don't just act out of desperation and whatnot, because that's like more like baiting their child's future and whatnot. Mostly
with the example that's given, that's what is happening in these setups.
Exactly.
You find that a young child, like, I don't know if you got that story of a 10-year-old who said, my mother tells me to go sleep with men and they give me a 10 kwacha.
A 10
kwacha, I'm 5 kwacha. You understand? There was that story way back before we opened. So you understand that mother is telling the child, okay, go do that, you get the money. What are the type of values that she's putting in that girl's head? She'll just be like, the only way I'll get money is if I sleep with a man. And she didn't care whether whatever happens, the only thing that she knew was that she's getting a 10 kwacha at the end of the day. You understand?
Wow,
which was bad, because she will go to a man. A 10 kwacha can be found even with a street kid. You find a street kid with a 10 kwacha. Now she's used with the mentality of the mother telling her, you're supposed to come with a 10 kwacha here every time you go out, or whatever amount. So she will sleep with 5 men, they will give her 10 kwachas, and she'll take that 50 kwacha to the mother. You understand? And the mother was okay with that. So you see,
like
parents are different. Like the way they, like when we started, those that are absent, those are always there, and those that are whatnot. So like he said, parents are different. They are our parents. They will never encourage us to say, okay, they have values like that. Even her, there is no way you're telling me that from the mother told her to do that. Sometimes I don't know what really happens.
Okay, maybe I can actually liken it to a street kid, or rather, who was saying to say, when they send me out to sell the person was not really a street kid, but because like the mother initially would send the child to sell fritters and the like, and then the only rule that the mother would give is that when coming back, don't come with any of that, I come with the money. So however you sell it, however, they don't care what you go through, just come back with the money of the things that she counted to say it's supposed to be 50 and whatnot. So there was a time he actually ran away like that. He never went back because she didn't match the demand of what the mother said. So I feel like maybe that's what happened to the girl. She was just told, okay, just come back with the 10 kwacha. I don't know how you get it.
So she
just like bring a 10 kwacha home.
It's not like she didn't know how to get it. She actually told her point blank to say, sleep with men and come back with a 10 kwacha.
Point blank. The mother needs prayers. The mother needs prayers.
This mother should even be arrested for doing that.
For real, she needs to be arrested. Okay, right now we're going to go on a final break, and when we come back, yes, we conclude this program. All right, thank you so much for staying tuned to UFM. Sadly, we are about to go right now. Any last remarks from my colleagues here? We start with the hottest.
The pig manana.
The pig.
Well, dating basically. I don't know how you can put it, but you should only go for it when you're ready.
Yep.
Not for playing and whatnot, because we don't know the feelings of that person, how they feel, how they take things, and what. To Adabwa, maybe a person can even kill themselves, or they can enter depression, or they start doing drugs. So if you're about to date, make sure you enter wholeheartedly. and don't pretend, so that you can make the world a better place for everyone.
Absolutely beautiful. Can we get a comment from Tweet Lulu?
Awesome, thank you. And it has been a very good show. I appreciate being part of it. And one thing I think girls should look out is that the future is too bright than that cheap proposal. Yeah.
The word cheap.
Yeah. So focus on your goals. The sky's not the limit, and you can become anything in life as long as you're dedicated and passionate about it. Stay glued to the show.
Wow, beautiful. Now let's go to Danny D.
Like what I can say basically is that experiments are good, but they can be fatal at times. So you gotta be mindful why you are doing what you are doing. Okay, if you are not old enough to date, please stay away, because there's a life ahead of you. You'll find these men that are there, okay, with cars, boyfriend, I'm a freezy, and so on and so forth. So just take a chill pill, and just wait for the right time for you to date and for you to do these activities, be it my kisses and so on and so forth. My hugs. The right time is coming. Yeah, the right time is coming. Don't rush, because if you rush, you'll crash.
Yeah. Thank you so much for staying tuned to FM. This has been Pretty High School Girl, a show that comes to you every weekend from me, your host, Mercy Chanika. It's goodbye and God bless you.
Hello there, lovely people. This is Mercy Chanika, and you're listening to Ubuntu FM.
For this is the day that the Lord has made.
Yeah. It's been a while though. Hanks. Yeah. Look, this is why I draw the line from start to finish. Looking nurture the talent, laziness, we try to kill it. Shit, I feel it kicking, that's a striker's touch. My life story be like pimple shit, I had it rough. Express myself through the music, hope these people grasp. Like a galungo dental formula through the gap. Didn't mean to seem offensive, please forgive my set of words. Feel it tingle like I'm Spidey, how I get on people's nerves. I would like to say I'm sorry, would you please reconsider? Put your side to side, let's to forgive a nigga. We can choose to let it slide so I can carry on with song. Haven't been in studio months, feels good to be home. Shit, hope you miss me, there's more music to come. My music be passed on like when father speak to a son. 1,000 steps is on the rise, many journey has begun. Foretelling prophecy, just hoping to be the one, yeah. I'm